Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today I'm going to be unboxing the new for 2022 Spirit Halloween Lord Raven. This guy's really cool. As soon as I saw him, I knew this guy would be one of my favorites. Super unique prop, really unique. We don't see like bird life sizes ever. It's really creepy. The movement's great. Everything about this guy is just really cool. So yeah, let's jump straight into the unboxing. Here we go. Okay, so I have not looked in the box yet, so I have no clue what to expect. So let's open it up. Let's see what we got inside here. All right, so that's actually a pretty exciting first look. You can see a lot of parts there. Let's see if we can take out the head just straight away. Yes, we can. Wow, that thing is so cool. So I did see all these at Flagship, but that is awesome. It is a pretty large head. The actual skull part, I mean, it's still pretty large. It's larger than a human head, but this beak goes really far, probably about like 2 feet long. So that's really impressive. And then the big moving mouth under it, which is actually a higher quality plastic than I expected. This is not Underworld mouth quality. This is like the same quality as the top of the head. So especially for that range of motion, that's pretty impressive. So really cool head there. I'm not sure if I like the LEDs on or off, but obviously I'll be having them on for this demo. Not sure what I'll do in the haunt. Usually I turn LEDs off, but I kind of like them on this guy. Here we have 4 B-poles, it looks like. Then we have the waist connection. So yeah, here's this mechanism, which is on 1 pole, but it's actually kind of trapped by a lot of things. Let's take out this cardboard first, which actually, we got the instructions now with that. Instructions, really high quality this year. I noticed that on Possessed Pumpkin. Really nice printing. We have the mechanism. Oh, the reason why this is so hard to get out is because it's actually really crazy mechanism. Here are the arms right here. They're covered in black cloth, which is cool. Just in case there's some exposed sections, you don't want that white foam showing. But let's see if we can get this out. We can have the base come out first. Here's the base. Really nice, actually. This is thick metal. This is much thicker metal than you usually see on a spear prop. So that's cool. And then we have our bag of clothing. Just a lot of black clothing and some creepy cloth. We have the hands. These are really cool. I love these. They totally look like raven's claws. They got that bird hand type look. Looks super cool. Really cool. Really long fingers as well. Super creepy. We have the mechanism as our final piece, and this thing is crazy. This is a really crazy mech right here. Look at that thing. Wow. Look at that. That's really cool. So there's 1 motor controlling the head, and it looks like it controls the arms as well. So it's all... Oh, no, actually. Looks like... Okay, so no, we have 1 separate one controlling the head and 1 separate one controlling the arms. So, I think that could have been figured out, but, I mean, not complaining about that. That's pretty cool. But, yeah, there it all is. Really impressive mechanism. Super unique. This actually uses a Cuddles, or not Cuddles. Yeah, Cuddles. His arms kind of use something like this. So that's pretty cool to see in a head motion, because that's a pretty wide range of motion. But yeah, that's everything in our box. So let's get to the setup. Here we go. All right, let's begin. So we have 4 B-poles. So these all just go on, no shoes or feet. So we can just click these right on. Don't have to worry about anything else. Again, something I'm noticing is definitely some heavy-duty metal. This is really good quality. These are definitely thicker poles than usual. But that's really cool. With price raises, this is definitely cool to see. So now we have our hip piece right here, and then we might already need to move our camera up just a bit. But let's put this on here and click this in. Snap locks are even a bit better now. They're a bit difficult to put in, but there we go. Looks good. Let's move our camera up so we can attach the mechanism, and then we'll get the clothes on over that. Be right back. Okay, so now we have our mechanism, and this piece will just go onto the hip piece like this. It'll snap lock in like that, and it is hunchbacked, but very tall. This guy's actually taller than he looked in stores for sure, because his hunchback actually comes up really high, which I didn't notice. But keep all these wires down here so they don't get caught in anything. This is one of the few props that I've seen in a while that don't have the plastic coverings, but it makes sense with how much is going on here. There's springs, motors, just things everywhere. So makes sense. Now we have our clothing, and this is creepy cloth full clothing. So there's probably going to get a lot of creepy cloth all over, but it's fine. Just be warned about that if you don't want to make a mess. Creepy cloth usually does. This looks to be his hood right here, which is actually feels like a different clothing than the actual clothing itself. It looked that way too. But here it all is. So we're just going to have to find the top of it, which I think I already have done. Yep, looks like this is the top of it. And then we're just going to slide it all over. Lay it down real quick so that we can slide it over the top. Pretty big, lengthy clothing here. And it's wide as well, so you can probably have a lot of excess clothing, which is always good in a prop, just to cover that base even better. Now we'll slide this down. Okay, so I have the clothing slid down on the body now, and now we can attach our arms. All this clothing is going to be a bit difficult to adjust, but we'll figure it out, and the arms will definitely make that easier. So we just find the hole in the arm here, and we can slide it through. There we go. Now we have the arm in the sleeve, so we can bring this up now and connect it to this point up here. So it looks like his arms are probably in the up position right now, just because of how high they are, and then they will come down like a flapping type motion. So we can now adjust all of this clothing just a bit. It's a bit difficult to adjust, so yeah, his clothing's definitely the most difficult part of this setup for sure, but we'll figure all this out in a bit when we adjust all this clothing. So for now, we're just going to leave it like that. There we go. So that's pretty good already, but we'll adjust all this, making sure that looks good, and we'll come back to that to add the hand on. Next we have this other arm, so we'll do the exact same thing and just repeat that step. There we go. Now our other arm is on, and again we can just adjust our clothing here along the arm. I really like the wing look on this guy. The wings are definitely a smart concept. Kind of half arm, half wing, which is cool. So there we go. There's our other one. Clothing is starting to look a bit more natural now. We can also poof out the robe and stuff like that just to make sure it looks good. But let's add our hands on, and I need to make sure we're doing this correct, because on the box I think it shows it like this, but I'm not sure if I've seen it the other way around. Let's see how that looks. I think that looks correct, but because it is bird hands, it's a bit different, a bit weird. I'm not sure. I don't know. Let's see what the instructions say, actually. I haven't checked on the instructions. The instructions do say the tallest finger is on the inside, so that's what we'll do. But I think it would look good either way. It's just kind of weird seeing that it's a bird prop and not human. And now we'll bring this in. He does have Velcro, but he's also got elastic bands to cover that up. There we go. There's one. And now we'll get our other one on. Alright, now we can cover it again with the elastic band and the Velcro, like that. And looking good. He's getting close. So now let's attach our head. We have a lot of cloth adjusting to do up here, but we can attach our head up here, and this guy is really big. This guy is taller for sure, and bigger overall for sure than he looked in stores. He's really cool. I know people have had trouble with the neck, even Flagship had trouble with the neck up here, covering it with cloth. Because of the insane amount of motion his neck has, actually getting it to stay covered is kind of difficult, it looks like, which is one downside about this guy. But we'll figure it out. And our last piece up here, once we adjust all this clothing, is our hood. So let's see. there should be one main Velcro right here. These attach. There's a few other Velcros that I'm not sure where they exactly go, but they're going to connect somewhere on the clothing just to complete that fully covered look. But that's about what he's going to look like. I'm going to do all the adjusting off camera, but once I do that, he's ready for his demo. So, here we go. Alright, so here he is. Let's get an up-close look of Lord Raven, and then we'll plug him in for his demo. This guy looks amazing. He's really, really creepy. A really eerie and unique concept. But yeah, this guy looks awesome. You can see his hand details here. Looks good. His head is super detailed. Even the clothing with the creepy cloth looks great. He's got his little beard here to cover up the mechanism. The neck is actually working here. It's actually fully covered up, which is exciting. And then there is the rest of his robe. So yeah, let's plug him in.
How dare you enter my forest? If you value your pathetic human life, turn back now. Or come closer, and you shall meet your doom. I knew you would be here soon. You could say I have eyes all over. Remember, wherever you run, my crows and I will find you. Beware, more terrible things than I roam this wood at night. You should feel their evil presence. No matter, you will meet them soon enough. I can smell the delicious pestilence on you. It's making me so very hungry. If you value your puny life, run. For my crows and I will strip you of your flesh and leave your bones to rot.
Alright, so there he was, Lord Raven from Spirit Halloween. I'm really excited to use this guy in my haunt. I have a perfect place for him, and he'll be up high, which makes sense for a bird. But this guy is just really cool, really evil looking. It's pretty scary for Spirit, and this guy has some great phrasing, a great overall look. So overall, this guy's just really, really cool. The movement is really awesome. And yeah, everything about this guy, definitely worth it. $300 is a bit steep, but with the coupon, you can bring it down to a pretty reasonable price. But yeah, definitely recommend this guy if you can get him for a good price. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.